In today's video, after all the new updates and game mode changes, and I currently have the best controller settings for all controller players, no matter if you play on console or PC with controller, because overall, these controller settings will give you aimbot. And make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video, and as always, use code KILLERS in the Fortnite item shop. And finally, after all the updates and game mode changes, I finally found the best aimbot controller settings. And for any reason, if you guys are struggling to hit Unreal, these settings will help you guys get there. And finally, what everybody's been waiting for is my most updated controller settings for 2026. Now, if you guys are on a new gen console, make sure you guys have this setting on so you guys can run 120. But if you guys don't have a compatible TV or even a monitor, you guys will be stuck on 60 FPS. For your brightness, keep this at 100. User interface, keep this at 1x, because if not, you guys' menu will be pretty dark. And for your colorblind mode and strengths, max these two out so you guys can see people in moving zones. And for motion blur, keep this setting off, because if not, it'll cause a lot of delay or make your clips look super blurry. Now the rest of these settings are opinion based, so keep them on if you guys want to. Now for your volume settings, same thing. I found these might be the best volume settings, so if you guys want to copy mine to make things easier, be my guest. If you guys have 3D headphones, make sure to use this setting, but if you guys don't, make sure to turn the setting off. For the hit markers, if you guys want that OG sound, make sure you guys use in default. If not, if you guys want the current sound, use legacy. And for the subtitles, guys, make sure you have the setting off. If not, it'll cause a lot of delay. For your visual sound effects, obviously have the setting on and make your life a lot easier. And for these settings, it really doesn't matter. And same thing with your voice chat setting, guys. These voice chat settings are going to be very unique to everybody's liking, but if not, just copy mine because it makes things a lot simpler. And jumping right into the game setting, make sure you guys are playing on your own region, because if you guys aren't playing on your own region or close enough to it, you guys will have serious ping issues. Same thing with your language. Keep this on system default, because if not, you guys will have things that are very confusing. You might not be able to read them. Toggle sprint, keep that on. Auto open doors, keep that on. Mantle and hurdle, hold these on hold, just so things are a lot quicker when you're running and gunning. And then in your combat settings, hold the swap pickup, turn that off. ADS, this is a new setting, so make sure you guys have this on held. And mark danger when ADS is on. Guys, this is a very important setting, so when you're marking things, things aren't all over the place. Auto pickup weapons, I've always had this on. And this setting is not very important unless you guys are on mouse and keyboard, so if you're just a controller player, turn this off. And now preferred item slots, this is something we talked about in the last video. If you guys want certain weapons in certain spots, or even consumables, have this at the very end. So this settings right here is going to save you when that does happen. So make sure all your heals are always going to be on your right, so make sure to turn this setting on. And for your simple build, turn this off. Reset building choice on. And your turbo building, to make sure you guys are building just as fast as you need to, make sure you guys turn this setting on. And for your edit, if you guys like simple edit, turn this on. Disable pre-edit option, always have this on. Auto confirm, have this on both. Keep this setting off just so you guys have less input delay. And for these in-game settings, I've always had these on. And these settings always, if you guys are a console player, I found the field of view to be one of the best, I think personally. So I think you guys should change it to this. Jam tracks, these are not really too important. So if you guys want to copy these, be my guest. Jumping right into the game UI, if you guys want to pause the video because these settings are kind of long and all of them are technically just on, be my guest. For the damage numbers though, I'm going to talk about this. These want to have these on list. Same thing with your damage feedback. Have this on hit only. And for your damage number scale, keep this at 100%, because if you have it too low, you're not going to be able to tell what you hit the enemy for. Same thing with your HUD scale, guys. I normally play on a smaller HUD scale, so it reduces my input delay and it overall makes my clips look better. Same thing with these settings, guys. Have these settings literally all on, just so you guys have your settings exact same as mine. Right into the gyro settings, guys. If you guys don't play gyro settings, then you guys want to turn these all off. I can't stress this enough. If you guys have these settings on when you guys don't actually use the setting itself, you guys will have a lot of input delay. So I'm going to go through them just so you guys can copy them, so you guys settings can feel the exact same with mine. Now for the mouse and keyboard, if you guys don't play mouse and keyboard, totally discard this setting. Same thing with the keyboard controls. You guys do not need that. And finally, what everybody's been waiting for is my most updated controller settings for 2026. For the controller view, have this off. For your aircraft control, have this on. For your fighter control, have this off. Auto run and build immediately, have this on. And like I said in my last video, no seconds on your guys' hold time. For camera access, have this on both. Camera time, like I said, no seconds. Vibration, make sure to have this setting off, guys. If you guys play with this setting on, it will mess up your aim, edits, and even your movement. For your quick weapon settings, make sure to have this custom only. And for your, like I said, guys, no seconds here. You guys don't want no seconds. Toggle behavior, slot 2. Instant toggle off, button group on both. And jumping right into the actual controller settings themselves. For the look sensitivity, have this on 5. For your aim, have this on 5 as well. For your build, 2.2. And for the edit, have this at 2.4. And I kept this a first person mode at default.
To unlock the other settings, guys, you're gonna have to obviously turn on the advanced settings. So once you guys do that, you guys will have your horizontal and vertical open, and make sure these are both at 42. And no boost. I typically have my settings pretty normal. No boost, because when I have my boost on, I think it does mess up my settings. Other than this, I do have this setting on when I am building, because when you have these vertical and ramp boost, it does mess up a little bit. And for your aim down sights, guys, I have this at 1616, and like I said right above, I have no boost for here. For the scope speed multiplier, I have this at default. And for the look deafening time, like I said, guys, no seconds here. Input, guys, I love linear. I love it. I don't know why, but I cannot get used to Expo. But if you guys want me to make a settings video on Expo, let me know in the comments below. And for your precision aim and tracking, guys, don't listen to nobody. This is not going to give you better aim or crazier aim, anything like that. So keep that at 100%. Do not copy these unless you guys already do it before, because you guys will mess up your controller settings. For your controller dead zones, left and right stick, guys, I don't have controller stick drift, but I actually found 1010 to actually be pretty smooth for my overall aiming, my building, and my overall movement. Same thing with my L2 R2 releases. This release will never change. I've always said 25. 25 has always been the best. And you guys may be wondering why. I've actually asked a couple pros that were controller players what would the best releases would be, and they always said 25, 25. So I'm sticking with that, and I think it would be the best setting. Now for the rest down here, for the triggers, I have this off. For the press, I have it on. And for the rest of these settings, they do not matter.
And before we jump right into controller binds, for anybody wondering, I do play on a regular PS5 controller, and I also play non-claw. So let me go ahead and show you what these settings would look like if you guys went ahead and tested them yourself. Wait, I'm actually moving, oh my god. These settings actually feel so good. Like, I'm literally flying. And I'm not even gonna lie, the aim on these settings are actually very crazy. Like, look at this. Watch, I'm gonna hit all headshots. Oh my god.
And finally, my last setting is my binds. If you guys want to have the perfect binds and be able to access my binds, you guys do need to play on custom. So I'm just going to go right down the list. And if you guys want to pause the video just so you guys can watch them and copy them, be my guest.